It's, to be introduced and honored by the president of the university and the provost is quite a thing. I can tell you it wasn't always that way, guys. I'm going to show you a film here, and I show you the film. This is a film that we did at our last shareholders meeting in January. And the reason I show it is I think it gives a flavor of Costco. Number one, Costco doesn't engage in the traditional advertising that you see. You'll never see us on television or see us in magazines or on the newspaper. So we count on word of mouth, and we count on some of these news agencies doing stories. And of course, we're easy to make fun of because of the types of products that we have. So you'll maybe get a kick out of some of that. But I'll show you this film, and then I'll give you a little history of how we got ourselves started here.
Warehouse shopping chain Costco recently announced that they will be launching a new credit card. Just what people who buy 5-gallon jugs of mayonnaise want, a paper trail.
There exists a place where you shop for the essentials and end up with a whole lot more. Where you come in for snacks and leave with a giant bear.
You got a giant bear?
Yep, a giant bear. That place is called Costco, where you can buy almost anything. Just be sure to bring your Visa card.
Someone at Costco has to tell me how I'm supposed to sample this toilet paper.
Well, who doesn't love Costco?
Seriously. So I want you to go buy Costco.
She's also chair of the Petroleum Council, founder of an autism charity, and number 10 on the Forbes list of top businesswomen in the country. Did I leave anything out?
I'm also a member of Costco.
I've never been to Costco.
What?
I know.
Costco's
Really?
the best.
I know. Well, calm down. I mean, but I don't know if I would want. I'm not saying. But why would I want to go to a Costco?
Because you can get everything super size and it'll last so much longer and it's so much cheaper. You save so much money. I guess I'm all about Costco. And they treat their employees really well. I just think Costco's a cool company.
The crazy coupon lady, Joni Demmer, compared prices on 170 popular items at Costco, Sam's, and Amazon.
We found, much to our surprise, that Costco is still 12% less in average price of those items when we compare it to Amazon Subscribe and Save.
Sam's Club takes second place. On average, their stuff is 5% higher than Costco. And turns out Amazon was the most expensive in her test, even with the free shipping.
For most of their lives, Julie and Wayne have done what the rest of us do. When they needed a prescription filled, they just headed down to their local pharmacy and they got it filled. But they tell me had they continued to operate that way, they could no longer afford their home.
We'd be bankrupt because it would either be money to pay the mortgage and to eat or buy the medicine, because I have to have the medicine.
But with this new discovery, that was not a choice the Hertz would have to make. Julia then called Rite Aid, Walgreens, Walmart, and Costco to ask about a 180 count of 30 milligram Actos.
The generic, $753.
Walmart quoted $753, Rite Aid $1,529. Walgreens was the highest at $1,766.
So how are people supposed to do?
The Costco price was $51.28. So.
Hi, my name is Chong Jang. I am associate professor of entrepreneurship. So my question is this. So there is a saying that to every great leader, there's great season. So without World War II, Winston Churchill won't be the leader he was. So I think it also applies to business, which is Costco has been successful for 30, 40 years in the previous time, but now time maybe have changed. The new millennials demand, customization, they demand individualization, they demand small packaging. So my question is, has the season changed for Costco? What's your thought on this?
Well, everything is changing. We have to be mindful of changes. I told the business class this morning, if you were to go back to 1999, Kodak, the Kodak company, had 170,000 employees. Where are they today? That business went away completely. Uber is the biggest taxi cab company in the world, and they don't own a car. people are saying that by the year 2020, electric cars are going to be mainstream in our country. So what does that do to our gas stations? How are we going to be able to support those? We have to be thinking about those things all the time. There's always going to be change. I wish I could show you more photos of what Costco looked like and what we had 35 years ago and what we have today, because you would see the type of evolution we have. And if we're going to be successful in the future, then the management that's there now, Craig Jelnick and his team, are going to have to be as innovative in the next 15 years as we've been in the last 15. It'll be imperative or we won't survive. The customers vote at the checkout stand. And if we're not doing our job, they're not going to buy the products. And I have complete confidence in Craig and the team that they are going to do that and that they'll take the steps that are necessary to keep us moving forward and to keep us evolving to something better in the future.
Over here.
Hello, my name is Victor Uwakwe. I'm a student here at San Diego State. I wanted to ask, what was your mindset when you were a young adult, like around your 20s, 24? Like, how did you, like, what was your thought process on life in general?
You were in your 20s. What was your mindset, your thought process?
Oh, and when I was in my 20s? I was
10 years ago.
You know, I thought maybe if I really worked hard, maybe someday I could make $30,000 a year. Honestly, I mean, I didn't have any great goals, just a lot of good luck. You know, I'm not trying to minimize the fact that we all worked very hard in this business, but I was very lucky. I never ever thought that. So, you know, I don't know how else to say it other than that. I was lucky. I was lucky that I had somebody. One of the slides that was left out of here was a picture that I had of Sol Price, who was my mentor. A reporter asked me one time, they said, gee, you worked for Sol for so many years, you must have learned a lot. And I said, no, that's inaccurate. I learned everything. He was my mentor. I mean, he, you know, as I told the group earlier today, he was the smartest man I ever knew. He was also tough as shoe leather and a strong, tough business person. If I'd ever said to Sol, you're my mentor, he would have probably said something very eloquent like, cut the crap, kid, and get back to work. But he was a guy, when they asked him one time, because so many people had copied the Price Club, they asked Sol, how does it feel to be the father of an industry? And his comment was, he pondered it for a second, and he said, I should have worn a condom. So, and I'm telling that story because, he was, I mean, how fortunate was I to have somebody like that to learn business from? If I hadn't met him, I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in today. And I mean that sincerely. So.
Over here.
All right, good afternoon. My name is Michael Camara. My question is, as I'm a 19-year-old and a lot of us here are young, what piece of advice would you offer us to help us succeed in life?
Well, I guess there's two things. If you have an opportunity to find a mentor, take advantage of it. All of us know somebody in life who we respect, who we think always has the right answers and how to handle things, and they don't get flustered, they're quick on their feet. If you have a mentor, if you have that opportunity, take advantage of it. Now, a guy like Sol, you're not going to find him on every street corner. But there are people out there who are strong mentors and can be. So the first thing is, if you have a mentor, take advantage of that. Second thing is, if you get yourself involved in a business and it's drudgery, run, don't walk to the fastest exit. Get your butt out of there as fast as you can, because you're not doing yourself any good and you're not doing the organization any good, and the longer you stay, the more unhappy you will become. If you can find something that you truly love and you're passionate about, you'll never have to work another day in your life.
Great advice. Over here. Thank you.
Thank you.